Welcome back to Disco, guys. We're here in the Whirling. We are going to go and try and get this logic check with Titus so that we can learn something about Ruby. So we just need to set ourselves up. We've got nothing buffing logic at the minute. We do have a spare skill point that we can save in case we miss this check, which is quite likely. But we've got quite a lot of items that buff logic. So we're going to lose the composure for the jacket. The shirt. We've got the hat. No, that's encyclopedia. Any logic pants? I don't think so. Oh, logic glasses. You. Forgot about them. Nah, no trousers. Alright, we are fully logic ready. I think this should boost it to maybe 50%. Maybe a touch more.
It's you again. What is it?
Alright. 83? Jesus! Saw the winch outside, staged like a play, reconstructed the murder scene, found an antique rifle, Clashy gave the motive, and Ruby's a drug dealer. Come on, 83, dude. This percentage has just screwed me at least 5 times now, I think. Hit me!
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion. All channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
Really?
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 12:25 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
The lieutenant ignores the tattooed man.
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
He points to the karaoke stage. She didn't go to the toilet, she didn't go to the bar for a drink, she didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke.
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
Okay.
And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
We've got her unaccounted for. Let's place her on the roof. Let's not make any weird claims. Okay. You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right? Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the Whirling, which we know about that secret door. The skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. That's the weird claim. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the Whirling? So you do agree that the shot... We know about the door, so this is quite logical. Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the Whirling.
Nah. The only way up there is through Clausia's room.
There's another way.
What do you mean?
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years?
He looks around.
How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
Yeah, alright, buddy.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Have you ever been through them?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if those 2 doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene?
Lieutenant leans closer.
If they are connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly. Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found.
I should have at least tried the check, shouldn't I?
And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too. I've analysed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed. There is a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. I don't understand what bringing up the analysis of the bullet gains us. That's a bit obscure, 28%. Lying weapons around is just conjecture. And this kind of implies that we're partially responsible. So I think we just go for the first one. I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
That might have been a mistake.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Yeah. We were warned. All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun. Fine, Titus, I'm not getting into it if that touches on your precious business.
Okay, cop. She's got connections.
He shakes his head
I
slowly.
could see how she could have access to a gun. That still doesn't mean she
Ooh.
did.
That's a big win.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
I've analysed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed.
So,
The man shrugs and looks at you.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your everyone has a gun theory. If it was military grade, how'd Ruby get it?
True.
You don't know. Just be honest.
Just because it's rare doesn't mean you can't get it. I'm just being upfront with what I know. You're right. I'm never solving this case. It's too complicated. What? Yeah, I'm just being upfront with what I know.
Right. That's mighty forthcoming of you. So, let me extend you the same courtesy. She's connected to you know what. So she may have access to semi-automatics, but
Yep.
that's a long fucking stretch of the imagination.
There are weapons like this lying around Martinez.
That looks antique. A Belma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
In the cellar under the bookshop.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it, we need to close that dump down for good.
That's a goddamn breech loader, too. Find one that works, and you got a military-grade weapon that shoots jacketed ammunition.
He shakes his head.
He sees it. This is coming together. He must. Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet.
Hold out the bullet. This is the bullet that did it. 4.46mm. The Bell Magarve uses the same caliber.
The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa!
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close.
His eyes follow the evidence bag back in your pocket.
You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
There's a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof.
Now what the hell are we supposed to do with that?
Still leaves a 72% chance it did.
He's trying to woo us with cop science. Forensic shit. I heard this mambo jumbo.
Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A.
Shit.
It does?
Yes.
He pinches the root of his nose.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. I don't think we should bring that up. I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her. I don't want to bring this up.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious about some things myself.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Right. Don't piss him off. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organise the cover-up. Clashy told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus, that might annoy him. When Clashy came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favour with you. Why did she organise the cover-up?
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
The little man squints, eyes beady.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends, as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
The blonde man waves his beer around.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Is this going to annoy him? Don't piss him off. So this is obviously going to allude to like the jealous romance. I feel like that should be brought up because that's more likely to maybe make him dislike her. Perhaps. Maybe we don't say this leadership challenge one. Maybe we say number 4 at some point. Curry favour with you? Don't think we should say that. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. Plus, she told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah, like what?
She's part of the homosexual underground. Apparently, she had a thing for Clashy.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head to the side and falls silent.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Batman looks up from the table, oblivious.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
I know it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on, guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. This can't come as a surprise. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. What Kimmy said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Glenn here obviously likes men and he can't hack it. That's his thing, and you do not want to get into it. Moving on.
Godly, okay.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Clashy said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us Ruby made her scared and spilled the beans. Don't think we tell them about this bit, because it makes it sound like she's covering her own arse. She just told us.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
He looks out the window pensively.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy.
He glances
But
at Glenn.
if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit,
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
Okay, let's not bring the group politics maybe into it. When Clashy came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yeah, roll your eyes. Female intuition, that's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Let's not antagonize at this point. Yeah, she's just got her shit together, that's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
not so useful.
Titus looks at Alan, then Eugene.
Fucking hell.
The blonde man is in some kind of anguish that makes him stare into his garlic bread bowl intently. I don't think we should bring these two things up. I know we might get more information, but a suggestion said that we shouldn't anger him. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
He smiles a peculiar smile. Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
He looks you straight in the eye.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of, do you think?
I told you. You.
The RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
No wonder she's afraid. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I've no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in my head. And the hole in his heart.
Why not? You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
Don't forget the funny tie too.
How can I forget?
He nods at the tie.
You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did she say about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Interesting. I don't know if we've had much of a hint about our kind of real reputation as a detective, you know? Because we've solved a lot of cases, right? We have solved a lot of cases. I won't stop.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Interesting.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just?
Compliment us.
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kimmy?
You are insistent.
He nods. Nice. Some respect. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called Pete.
She was too scared.
But she was too scared.
Maybe Ruby is the girl who's broke our heart. Maybe that's why she knows us so well. Right? Can you imagine if that's what it is? Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
He gives a sharp look.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
The gardener, but she went to Everard.
You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Shit. Right, where on the coast should I look?
Sure, there are some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
We've done stuff in such a weird order, haven't we? We were obviously supposed to do this before Wednesday. But I've done stuff all over the shop. Do you know what she's doing with ULAM frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea.
He looks around.
Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
Titus puts an end to it.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Thanks, Titus.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
Yeah, let's just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant.
Exactly.
That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Alright, alright, alright. Ask about Ruby in the village, so we can talk to those people about this. Got 2 skill points, so I'm going to pop one into suggestion. We can maybe get another thought started. Some kind of superstar might give us a boost to suggestion, I'm thinking, or something along those lines. This has not got long left on it. We gained quite a lot of experience, so you know we're only 60 points away from another level anyway. So, +1 pain threshold. Oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. I think that this sounds like it's an encyclopedia boost, which I'm not too bothered about. This is either like savoir-faire, suggestion, maybe. -2 to logic. It's very short, so maybe that means it won't be as good. I'm not sure. What other ones? I don't care about Revacholian nationhood. I'm not too bothered about that. Indirect modes of taxation, -2 to empathy for. I'm not a fan of that. White Morning. This is either empathy or it could be like electrochemistry or something. I know that they're not just stat boosts in general. I know that, but yeah, let's unlock this. And then I think I'm going to go for some kind of superstar. And then I'll keep my logic hat on just to balance that out. But we'll get our shades back on for the savoir-faire. And our jacket back on for our composure. The shivers I'm not too bothered about. The shirt was for logic as well. I'm not doing too well in terms of shirts that I actually like using. Let's just check. The door is a pain threshold. Is it? No, it's a physical instrument check. Pain threshold. A challenging. How much is that? I know it's this one, isn't it? It's the barred. Is it the barred door? Wooded door? Can't remember. Anyway, let's go and talk to the people over at the fishing village. We'll do the locust traps at some point, maybe on the next day. And we should maybe talk to Measurehead or talk to... I don't know, it's just because Joyce said that we should leave talking to the scab leader.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours?
And?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clausia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
Gives her time to escape.
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast. The bullet was jacketed. These don't just lie around everywhere, do they? It turned out the bullet was an antique. So far, no one's mentioned here in the shop. No one's mentioned here in the shop.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
Bullet could have come from somewhere else.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
The bullet was jacketed.
Good point. It is rather rare these days, but do continue.
The bullet was an antique.
True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it.
Guess that's that.
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof, lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me?
Yeah. I know you said not to trust our voices, Volition, but I guess that includes Volition too.
Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Volition is a bit of a voice of cynicism, in a good way at times. I mean, Clashy's still up there, right? Yeah. Now I'm just going to go to the scab leader, and open the dialogue, and then I'll leave if it looks like it's anything disturbing.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Will this escalate things? Are you a mercenary hired? Are you hired by Wild Pines? We have to be careful here, man. Let's just ask.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
It just has to be said. That was not a convincing line.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. That didn't sound too convincing. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance? Do we really want to listen to drama here? It's drama after all. This will escalate things. I think we should go for this second option. Is a tribunal being convened?
Fucking bug.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The lieutenant says, his voice is soothing calm. He looks at you.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Could you help me decipher these tattoos?
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
They were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there. It was your colonel. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body. Of course, yes, forget about it. Let's discuss something else. These tattoos were on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving, hard as a stone. But beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the tattoos?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one.
He squints at it. It's
You
so
want to hear
small.
what happened here?
Yeah?
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Yeah?
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Don't interrupt him.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet. A long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
Breeding?
We shot the boy. He was useless. But the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. But not too old. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
He nods towards the man on the gates.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
He nods towards the man on the gates. Does that mean Measurehead?
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
The guy on the gates.
The story must have stirred up some conflicting emotions. The man looks tired for a second. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
You were there?
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer.
Let's not go too far here with him. I just don't want to escalate things with this guy. Can I have it back?
Go ahead.
All right, now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Wow. That was dark. Okay. Right, let's go ahead and ask about Ruby. Down at the fishing village. I mean, we could go and try the check on that door. It was physical instrument, correct? The barred door is heroic, so I don't know how much we're going to be able to boost. We've got +1 on the t-shirt, up on the tank top. Do we have any other physical instrument? I don't think we did we? We can only add +1 to physical instrument. Oh, that is a problem, right? We need that, like, giant crowbar or whatever it is to open it. We could try this rhetoric check on Sealang. Is it asking him for money?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
This feels kind of harsh, though. He's a good dude. I'll think about that one. What the hell's this tree?
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze.
Karaoke superstar. I've got the gloves on. There's no other boosts to interfacing that we have. Good Hawthorne.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102. Underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. A wintry breeze blows by, making the magnetic tape flutter.
83.
With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
What's the tape for?
I can't tell you.
This is part of your church thing, isn't it? Of course it is. It's too broken to play, you understand, right? It's not like Egghead and his friends know how to fix it.
I think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they wanted to set up a nightclub.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
He looks at his wristwatch a little impatiently.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can't... we can't ask Egghead for it, can we? So, do I really want to talk to Roy again? We're here, we might as well. Just Roy kind of just makes you feel a bit like Treacle, you know, that his voice is so... it's so droll. Hey Roy, fix this tape for me, buddy.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Fix this tape for me, Roy.
You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but...
Great! Could you do it, please? This is important.
But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
Wait, but you tinker with film tapes all the time. Isn't that the same? Worthless? It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance music scene.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know that old church down the coast?
Yes. What about it?
I met some young ravers near the place. They want to turn the church into a nightclub and play some weird neo-disco beats there. They'd call it anodic dance music. I promised to help them with that.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it, no bass, it just goes... But this tape could make it hardcore.
Man, you're really invested in this.
He looks at the bundle of tape. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show.
Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs.
Thanks for the help, Roy.
Yeah, my pleasure. I do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay.
Cheers, Roy. Listen, insects. Inspect the tapes. Traps. Yeah, we can't do that anymore. Right, let's listen to it at least, even if we can't. What? Can't we play the tape? Guess not. That's a shame. I guess it's meant for Egghead, isn't it? So, fair enough. Ah, damn it, the nightclub. Oh well. I'll do a bonus. Like I said, I'll do a bonus episode, and we'll do the whole nightclub thing. I just felt like I was going to get taken. I've already explained this. I don't need to explain it again. Right, let's go talk to these people about Ruby. Ruby's possible location. How we doing for time? We're okay. Right, let's talk to Lillian.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed here.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's it for
Really?
now.
Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the Great Lost City of Ace, Under the Waves?
I'm not Nathan Drake, okay? I'm looking for a lot of stuff, ain't I?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what cops do. I guess so. Doesn't feel like a lot to me. I could be doing more. Maybe there's something missing from someone missing from your life. Maybe there's someone missing from your life?
Oh, there's plenty missing, but that's too much for even an eager terrier like you to handle. Although you seem very thorough. Tell me, instead, is there something else I can help you with?
I'll talk to her in the evening at some point. Searchlight Division. Missing persons cases just really get to you. It's hard watching people worry about their loved ones, the little nervous movements, the dark rings around their eyes from sleepless nights. And even if there are no loved ones waiting, you'd like to have all your ducks in a row. And it really bothers you when whole entire people aren't accounted for. Okay, I mean, it's asking the washwoman. She's blind, right? So maybe this won't help.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
You seen a red-haired woman called Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Yeah, obviously.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
She's not going to give up a local.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something, we're here to help. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. This isn't about the union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation. You know something, we're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
She shakes her head. I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
We might have a rhetoric check here.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Huh. The washwoman is hiding something. Look around, maybe get into her shack somehow. What, this shack? Hey, kids.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Kids, have you seen any baddies around?
What bad people?
One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Says Kimmy. Right. Right, there's only the drunks are the only other people here, really, right? Come on, buddy, give me some information. Wait, we can... Oh, no, I've tried going up this ramp before.
Tequila Sunset.
You seen someone called Ruby?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Grubble's an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
The dozing man.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we can't go there. Alright, so can we try and get into her house? Seems a bit underhand. Maybe a savoir-faire check. Oh, we can just go in. Never mind. Sneaky as usual, just barge straight in. Sweet. Who the hell are you? Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow.
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
What?
Wait. What if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
Where? Try to sneak up on the phasmid. Leap toward the phasmid and clasp it in your hands. You're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand here calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is. Let's observe it.
Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic.
Oh,
just a fire iron resting by the fireplace.
oh
But
no!
where's your sense of wonder, man?
Yeah, I should have gone for the top one. Crap! Crap! I really want to reload.
Hello, mister.
Why am I messing up so many little things at the minute, man? I thought that whole thought was to do with Inland Empire. A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a girl here who had armoured gloves. Is that you? Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yeah, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
They're your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
They're older than you? Okay.
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They're identical, right?
They look identical.
What's that toy you've got?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. So, like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy looks soft.
Yes. Very soft.
Suddenly, she pushes the stuffed animal towards your face. I want to give Lammy a hug.
Isn't he soft?
What's this bird?
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
What do you use it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
Do you know anyone called Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then
Kids.
The lieutenant shakes his head. Hey, that's a legitimate problem. You know, when you can't pronounce certain letters. I heard there was a girl here who had armoured gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
She looks alarmed.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
Where are they now?
I hid them. The twins were going to take them. They're stupid.
She lifts her stuffed toy up and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for confirmation.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last two words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the lieutenant's tone has conveyed to her the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
I'm sorry, Lily.
Bye!
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. She was lovely. Right, we're just basically stealing all her stuff. The gloves, and take that to guard. Excellent. Sorry I did that. I don't know why I just decided to observe it. I thought that would be the more morale thing to do, right? Just to wait and see if it moved or something, rather than try and like attack it. Right, there's the sandcastle. Let's go get them gloves.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we called Sylvie. Clenching and unclenching your fist has never been so fun. The tiny ceramic plates make a lovely clicking sound when your fingers move. The gloves are a bit sandy, but the grip is phenomenal. That gives 2 interfacing. Sweet. The dead body of a grouse stuffed with some unknown material. From a distance it might just pass off as the real thing. The bird itself looks extremely ruffled and slightly grumpy. Right, we still haven't found any bullet trace locations, but just before we finish the episode, let's go and talk to the man and his son. Because they might have seen Ruby, who knows. Hey there, fellow.
Hello again.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around here?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He brushes it off like it's not a thing at all. Could I have some?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms.
He looks uncomfortable, his left hand squeezing his son's shoulder.
I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Fine. There's no one else here, right? Except for Sona. Has this always got money in it? Okay then. I don't think there's anyone else to talk to because we got rid of this quest, obviously. Let's just let this drawbridge down for no apparent reason in a second. Where did this ship come from? This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Is that Joyce?
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
It's a drawbridge.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
That's a bit strange. Okay. I think that's Joyce, isn't it? Maybe we can talk to the washerwoman again. Maybe she'll know some more now.
Our tenant, the police.
Never mind. Let's just quickly check in here. She might have stayed here. So there might be some new stuff that's popped up even though we explored it before. Let's just check quickly. Oh.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right
water
call?
reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a try.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Let's feel the face.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Let's not ask the question, it might damage it. Oh, the picture updated. Awesome, we look great. Maybe that's changed the mirror.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Let's have a look.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Yeah, Ruby might have stayed here.
Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
We've got to search it.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it? A gun?
Small cylindrical object. You pull it out.
Oh.
A bullet.
A bullet?
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
That's a good point.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
That's cool. So -1 to logic, but we have a lot of logic clothes. And the hat in particular gives us +2. Visual calculus raised, suggestion raised, electrochemistry raised, and composure raised. Excellent. We need to ask about the bullet to the washerwoman. So, suggestion now will be able to go higher than empathy, interestingly. Logic, it's getting the bonus from items at the minute anyway, so we could always stick another point in at some point. Composure's been boosted, so composure could get to a 12 now. So it was composure, electrochemistry, suggestion, and composure. That's good, because composure and suggestion are what I'm really interested in anyway. Is this going to give us a boost to the mirror being clean shaven?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it.
Yeah.
The expression fixed to your clean shaven face.
Maybe we'll be able to get a haircut at some point. Oh yeah, look how young we look now. Oh, awesome. Awesome. We best keep the shades on though. The eyes aren't looking too hot right now. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's. I'm going to leave the episode here, guys. I'll see if Kimmy says anything about our new cleanly shaved face when we go outside. I dig it though. So yeah, interesting. We've talked to Titus. We've revealed. You know, we're trying to look for Ruby now, but it might be a red herring still. We don't know how much of a plan, how much they plan this out really. Whether we're being duped to like an extreme level. So we'll pick this up from here next time. I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave me a like if you did. Just remember, everybody, never trust and uncreate. I'll see you back in Revachol.